Yeah. Being know what you know. Hey man, y'all thought I wasn't coming back, didn't you? No, I'm back. I'm back. I have an amazing show for you. We have a guest today that we've had before, but she's brand new. We have Tiffanys of Tiffanys Closet, Miss Nicole Ingram.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about Tiffany's Closet today. We are talking about her brand new brand that she's dropping, Lit Couture, and she is bringing confidence back to fashion for women. Y'all stay tuned, man, and check us out.
But have you ever thought, what if this is all just a dream? And we're just waiting in line to wake up? And most people think I'm insane. Once you realize that all the shit you used to care so much about just keeps you a prisoner of your own mind.
Yo,
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm so happy to have you back on.
Thank
You
you.
have been we sat down and we talked,
Yeah.
and you have been such an inspiration to me. Hey, I'm y'all, first of all, let me get into this.
Here
Let
we
me
go.
because
Here we go.
this is still real, right? It's still the
Okay.
B&O,
Okay.
man. It's
Okay.
still a
Okay.
podcast. I still run it how I want to run it. I'm using a brand new platform. We're gonna see how this gonna go. I gotta
Okay.
find the comments and everything. Cause you can't ain't no
Really?
comments when you're running tests.
Oh.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
there's no comments when you run a test, so I got to make sure that
Okay.
I'm popping up comments,
Okay.
making sure that all my stuff is coming up. And all of a sudden, I went live and I got all of these things that started popping up. So
You go-
we're gonna work that
Okay.
out.
We're gonna work through all
Y'all, if once I find the comments, then everybody can tell me whether
that.
whether I'm actually doing a good job. But introducing Tiffany Ingram.
Thank you. Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I said that I wasn't going to call you Tiffany, that I was going to
It's
call you
okay.
Nicole, and then
It's
all of a sudden
okay.
it just happened.
You because
But
you know Tiffany. Like
yeah, I do.
you know
I do.
Tiffany, so that's
I do.
fine.
It's hard
So.
for me to call you Nicole. Uh, it
It's a story behind it. It's a
is.
story.
There's a whole story.
There's a whole
We will
story.
get into that too.
Yeah.
I think I found the comments, Tiffany. I just want to
What?
make sure,
Okay.
just
He
in case.
is
So
finding the comments,
just in
y'all.
case. uh, you've launched a new brand.
I
If
did.
y'all could go back and watch the episode on
Yeah.
Tiffany's
Yeah.
Closet and all of that, but you've launched this new brand,
Yeah.
and you are bridging the gap between fashion
And confidence.
and confidence.
Yeah.
Let everybody know. Tell everybody about it a little
Okay.
bit.
So just to be clear, Tiffany's Closet is still Tiffany's Closet, right? So that's my online clothing store. But what I did, I found myself like posting a lot of pictures and people would ask, "Hey, where'd you get that outfit from?" And I share givingly. So it's like, "Oh, I got it from here. Here's the link. Here's this." But I wanted to take it a step further. So Lit Couture is again bridging the gap between fashion and confidence for women, and really taking the fashion influencer, um, I guess, art to another level.
Mhm.
It's not just about me. It's not about partnering with brands and all that stuff. It's about, again, helping women find the confidence to live their life unapologetically. And I say that all the time,
Yeah.
right? And so, in being, I always talk about being in the third quarter of my life. It's really looking at the things that I do naturally and how I can use them to be intentional and be impactful in
Okay.
people's lives. So,
So you've kind of described Lit Couture.
yeah.
Uh, what so you describe what you want to do
Yeah.
with Couture. What is it for people that don't know?
So
Tiffany's Closet is your brand of your clothing brand.
So Tiffany's Closet is my online again clothing store.
Yeah,
Lit Couture is my platform to be a fashion influencer, basically. So the brands that I want to partner with, the fashions and styles that I want to bring to other women around the world, and notice I said around the world
yeah,
globally
yeah,
because this is not
yeah,
just a U.S. thing, but it all bridges on the the confidence piece, right?
yeah,
So Tiffany's Closet again, I want to bring confidence to your closet, right? With Lit Couture, again, it's my brand of being a fashion influencer. But again, I'm still bridging that gap
yeah,
between confidence and fashion and bringing that to women as well. So basically, I'm experimenting or bringing different styles, different fashions, asking you if this is lit or not, right? And getting people involved. And again, maybe a safe space for them to try out new styles that they typically wouldn't try.
yeah. That's dope.
Thank
That's
you.
dope. You are such an inspiration. You said something about around the world, and
Yeah.
I was kicking myself because I said, man, if somebody tuned into the show, they would know where we were at, what what's our demographic.
Hmm.
We are in the Chicagoland area,
Hmm.
uh, but we don't want to be confined by
No,
Chicago. You
no.
want Tiffany's Closet, you want Lit Couture, because
To be global,
it's to be
international.
global. You're
Hmm.
going to be an online influencer, and
Hmm.
you want to be uh, you want to be out there to
To
everybody.
everyone.
You don't want to close yourself off.
And let me be clear,
Mhm.
like, yes, we're filming in Chicagoland, but I live in Rockford. I'm always gonna say I'm 815 779 till I die. So I'm in Rockford, so that's even more of a stretch. But it's again, I want my brands to have a global reach
Yeah,
because what I have to give is not just confined by my area code, my zip code, or anything like
yeah.
that.
I
So
watched I watched a not watched. I'm sorry, man. I always get sidetracked. I was talking to my guy, man. This cat, as y'all probably know, like I haven't done a whole lot of shows lately, and
yeah.
I hate to use your time to tell them why,
No,
but
go ahead.
just to give a little reason why. My sister passed away. If anybody has followed me on Facebook, and so like I didn't even realize, man, as a trauma response, I think like I wasn't coming into the studio. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't doing any of that. I'm not sad. I'm not walking around sad. Matter of fact, if anything, my sister encouraged me to go harder and to do more.
Yeah.
But I just haven't been in here. But I've used that time to kind of build this brand and meet
Mhm.
more people.
Yeah.
You almost need to take breaks.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
do.
people do
You do.
seasons,
Yeah.
you might see a talk show in a season. You might see uh not just talk shows, but also like what is ER? What would you call that? A sitcom? Sitcoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do seasons also,
Yeah.
but everybody needs a break. You need
Yeah.
time off to study your craft and to get better. And so I kind of used that time off. I traveled a little bit, met a lot of people.
Yeah.
So what you were talking about was you from Rockford, not from Chicago. So I was talking to my man Davucci. Davucci is the what does he call himself? The he is the king of hooks,
Okay.
Chicago.
Okay.
And I say he called himself.
Mhm.
He got his hands in a lot of people's music
Okay.
that you might not know who Davucci is,
Okay.
but you've heard Davucci.
Okay.
He's been around some of the coldest people in the industry. I
Okay.
just went to he had his birthday party last night, and I just went to he was like, "Hey man, pull up."
Mhm.
Man, I keep meeting these people with kind hearts, including you. And he just wanted them cash, just
Yeah.
real. And I walked in, and he was like, "Hey man, this is my table. We got bottles at his table. Sit at my table." So I'm at his
Oh.
table, and Ben won. Is
Oh, wow.
yeah, he showed. He's like, that's his man, and he showed up.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, so I had met Ben One before, but I was like fanboying on Ben One. I met him as a fan.
Okay.
Last night I got to meet him as he was sitting there.
Okay.
He was dancing
Okay.
actually. He was dancing right there. He was at the he's coming to the table. He was jamming out. But I say all of that to say I was talking to Davucci because I did almost like a pre nobody text me before I started the show. Now all of a sudden I'm
See,
getting
see, see,
calls,
would nobody have known that? See,
calls and texts. I'm
see, you
sick of it. man, call y'all friends and tell them that I know I ain't done a show in a while, but I'm doing one now.
Oh Lord.
Anyway. So I'm talking to the Bucci, and he like, man, I got love for everybody. He said, man,
Yeah.
people all over the world. Debucci done been to BET Awards. He didn't, he get down with some of the coldest in the industry.
Yeah.
He said one nigga that I'd never mess with is a nigga from Rockford.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Clean that up. See, you didn't even have to share that story. Why did you?
Cause
See, now I'm finna walk off. I'm
automatically,
done. I'm done.
I thought about you because you even told me, Tiffany.
See,
you
here you
you
go.
told me.
Here you go.
You
What I
said
say to you?
you told me about to watch
Well,
out for
I mean,
cats
again,
from Rockford.
not everybody. Now, some people are, but you know what? There are pockets of people like that everywhere.
Yeah,
And if you find yourself surrounded by those folks,
yeah,
then it doesn't matter where you go in the world.
yeah,
You're going to attract that
yeah.
type of
No
person.
doubt, no doubt.
So again, I'm always gonna say where I'm from. Like
Yeah,
I'm from Rockford. I'm
yeah,
proud to say that I'm from there.
yeah.
But I mean, just like with anywhere, it's pockets of people that you gotta stay clear from because if you don't, like you said, you'll find yourself unfocused.
Man,
So
I'm focused. Yeah, and just
just out
all
here
over the
flapping in
place.
the
Yeah,
wind.
all
So
over the
yeah,
place. So
yeah.
that's my little story of
We know
because
what.
I had never really talked to before you. I had never really talked to too many people from Rockford. My uncle lived in Rockford for a little while.
Mhm.
I forgot what he had to say about Rockford. I think it was good. I'm gonna just go with that.
Just
But
you go ahead.
but back to Lit Couture.
Yeah,
I've watched you, and I told you before we did. I always try to get in talks before we do the show, kind
yeah,
of to find out. I kind of knew what you had going on,
yeah,
and know the things, your struggles.
yeah.
Uh, you are a thick woman.
Child,
You
say it again.
you are a thick.
Not little.
thick. Ooh, I think I'm just.
You know what? I'm gonna kick you. I swear
I
to
said,
Lord, I'm gonna kick
you
you.
are a thick woman, and you're not some skinny mini.
Mm-mm.
And the reason I'm saying all of this is because your whole brand is about bringing
Mhm.
confidence. Boy, is one thing I can say. You're gonna wear what you're gonna
I'm
wear,
gonna
and
wear what
when
I'm gonna
you
wear.
wear it, you air it.
But
You wear it.
wear it.
You wear it.
Well, that's even been a journey
Yeah.
too, right? And so you and I have shared conversations and talked. And there are days where I feel like I'm that girl.
Mm,
There are days that I don't feel like her. And recently I was in my very first fashion show. So that's kind of how all this stuff just really snowballed into kind of ligature. I knew that I wanted to do it, but going to a modeling casting call, being selected out of God knows how many women that showed up
in
in
Chicago. In
Chicago.
Chicago.
It, well,
You're not just.
and not only Chicago, there were women that had applied to be in this show from all over the U.S. because we had models from Alabama come,
Yeah.
models from I want to say somebody came from Cali. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but it was just being selected, going to practice, um, and it be a production and be a part of something greater than yourself. It was just like, you know what, you got it, girl.
Yeah.
Somebody told me a long time ago, it was like, it's not on you, it's in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Um, and that the reason I said in Chicago is because of that. Because
yeah.
when you do something in a major city, it's in that major city, but
Hmm.
usually it has global impact.
Yeah.
And so you talking about this isn't you not at the local mall
Mm-mm.
doing modeling. This is a model agency that was
It
is it
was
a model
it was a
agency
no, it was an actual boutique, Culture of Curves of Beverly in Chicago. So it's a boutique owner
in Chicago?
in Chicago. And so I drove up here
Mhm.
and again went through the model casting call process, got that call. Hey, you've been selected. You need to start practicing. You will be up here every Sunday from now until the show. So that was in July. So I was driving up here every week, sometimes twice a week to practice. And when I say to practice, it was literally from maybe 3 to 6 p.m. or 10 to 6 p.m. So you live, and I was around some beautiful plus size women. And so if I didn't walk away with confidence being around them, there was no hope for me,
Mhm.
right? I already walked into it like, yeah, I know even if I don't get picked, I'm her.
Yeah.
But it was just like being around that group of women consistently, your life if your life didn't change, then something was wrong with you.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I was like, let me do my part and take it to the next level.
Yeah. What I like about you is that you said it. You said I'm her. a lot of times we have this confidence, and when we have this confidence, we close ourselves off
Yeah.
to getting better
Yeah.
because our confidence, because we really the confidence is sometimes our confidence is this fake facade so that we
Yep.
don't get hurt.
Yep.
And so the whole world could be telling you, hey man, like your haircut is not that nice looking. But yet you like, I'm that guy, you know what I mean? But bro, like maybe somebody did really mess your hair up, and you just need to open your mind to that. And but you have this confidence where you said, I am her,
Yeah.
but you also walked into that saying, I ain't her like that. I'm
Yeah.
her.
I'm
But
her,
the
but
women out here,
I can learn.
yeah, I can learn. I can
Yeah.
learn. It's some women that's out here doing
Yeah.
bigger and better than
Way bigger
me.
and
And
better.
yeah, so let me
Yeah.
humble and learn from these women
Hmm.
that are. And you don't see that uh a lot anymore. Like
Yeah.
people don't want to listen. They don't want to I think I don't blame it on us just being arrogant. I think it's so much trauma that has
Yeah.
happened in people that they are so hurt that
Yeah.
they can't hear something negative about themselves. Uh,
And I went in with just a humbling spirit. Like I would ask questions like, okay, I know this is my first show. What can I do better? So it's just knowing where you are, recognizing like you can have unshakable faith if you've been tested, tried and true, and you know what you're doing. But you when you really don't know what you're doing, you better ask questions like, okay, what can I do better? Can I walk better? Can I do this better? How do I practice my poses? What poses resonate with people? Like I went in hungry to improve
mhm.
after every single practice. And so you just got to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
And so, and even with this, like this is my third business, well, third official business. Like
Mhm.
I'm still humble and open to improving. So it's like I don't know everything. I'll gladly share what I know, but by no means am I the oracle or guru of anything,
Mhm.
right? I'm still learning. I'm still growing.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna forever do that until the day that I die.
Yeah, yeah. You are a guru. You are a fashion guru. I watch you move. I watch you. Man, the effort that you put in.
Yeah.
You can't go nowhere. But
Thank you.
uh, what was the process of you? If say you have a young lady right now that wants to be in a fashion show, or like she's starting some type of fashion brand. How did you go about finding this and getting in this fashion show?
So I gotta give a shout out to my girl. I gotta look in the camera. My sister, um, Ro Bryan, Ro from the Go. Y'all know her with
Man,
Rose Design
yeah,
Services.
Rose, yeah.
Um, Ro shared this opportunity with me. She said, "Hey, it's a model cast call, and I think you will be great at it." I said, "Girl, no, let me look at it. Girl, okay." So reluctantly, I went, right, and I had another person, I was actually on the phone with him, and he prayed for me as I walked into the casting call.
Okay.
And so it was just like, you got to have friends that will push you beyond your comfort zone
Yeah,
and believe in you.
yeah.
Like, you really have to. She saw something in me, and I've said it like, hey, I'll do a model a fashion show. I'll host my own fashion show, right? But because she saw that in me and she encouraged me and held me accountable for what I said, that's the main reason why I went, to be honest. I knew nothing about this opportunity.
So let me break this down for you. So,
Break it down.
but y'all always got theories
He got theories
I got
on
theories
top of
I
theories on
got
top of
theories on
theories
everything.
on top of theories.
Me and Tiffany, from our first show, we've gotten real close, and I've gotten to know you, and you are just an amazing person. And
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna talk about it later on in the show, but you gave me top five, one of the most amazing experiences in my life. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Please, 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 everybody.
But so okay, so this is what I want to say. I want to break it down like this. I asked you how you got into the fashion show.
Hmm.
You told me about Roe.
Hmm.
I heard so much more than what you actually said. For people that's trying to start
Oh,
something like this. And it's not, no, you did a
yeah.
great job. You described exactly what I
Exactly
said.
what happened because I
Exactly
had
what happened.
no.
Exactly what happened. So what it is people, a lot of times people will hear what I've learned
Hmm.
is, I say people, how about me? I put myself into it. You'll hear the game, and you like, how do I apply that game to
To
me?
me, you.
And that's the hardest part
Hmm.
sometimes, is you will hear somebody that's doing it, and you're like, man, if I just they just tell me how. And a lot of times people don't tell you how. So they'll tell you what,
Yeah.
but they won't
They'll
tell
tell
you
you what
how.
happened.
I can't tell you how for you.
No, I
I
can't.
can't.
I
I can't
can't.
tell you how for you. So I'm about to give y'all just a little bit of game on the how that she just
Please
spoke of.
school them.
First, huh?
School them.
Yeah, first
Because then I'm gonna come behind you, but school them.
because I've learned so much. That's what happened when you fail, is you learn. And this failure is a great thing. I
It
mean,
is a it is a great
man,
thing.
it's great. But I am in. I'll describe it like this. I'm in a stepping class.
Okay.
And I just recently joined back up. Shout out to grown folks steppers in the Chicagoland
Oh
area.
Lord
Tony
Jesus.
Grown Folks is doing it. Tony when I
Talking about
this is a
you.
professional thing.
I'm talking about you,
Oh, me being
not
yeah, me,
him.
yeah.
You.
I'm doing this stepping thing and it's been every time I go, it's a challenge. I always I'll go. It's on Thursday. He was doing on Mondays and Thursdays. Every time I would go on Monday. I miss Thursday, miss Monday and Thursday, miss Monday and go Thursday. So it would be like 3 weeks. So I was constantly relearning. One thing that people that know what stepping is don't understand about stepping is I'm not sure of all stepping, but most stepping is on an 8 count.
Okay.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Folks will tell you that they know how to step, but they don't know how to like formally step.
Okay.
So I was a little. I'm terrible. I'm not terrible at it. It's just that I don't know a lot. I know the basic. I got 2 good steps in me, maybe 3, maybe 3.
Go to class
And I already
consistently.
know. Yeah, I need to go to class more, but I because it does come a lot of practice comes from it. So I've gone to the class. I just recently told Tony, I said, Tony, I'm gonna start coming. He said, man, come to this event with me.
Mm-hmm.
This was Chicago is
When?
steppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know
Uh,
that?
no, I
I
knew.
was finna say.
I knew. Check this out. I knew, but when he said come to this event, I've gone to events. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
went to an event last night. I wasn't expecting this party.
Excellence. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was 1,500 steppers there.
Mm-hmm.
This was the this was the night. This one, the contest night was on Saturday. I went on Friday, so this wasn't even the main event. And it was every bit of 1,500 people there. So I'm looking and I'm watching them, and I already told like I knew like you got women. It's more women than it is men.
Mm-hmm.
So a man walk in there, and it's like these women are like, oh man, we got to get because we need somebody to dance with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We need a partner. Maybe you came with a partner. A lot of times you don't. You want to be able to switch partners when you step and you trying to dance with. And so one more guy is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got one more partner. But I went in there and I said, I ain't.
I'm not one.
I'm not
I'm not
about to.
him.
I'm not your partner. I'm about to watch. I'm gonna watch and learn. Uh, and one thing I noticed, people kept trying this. I had women at the women that's in our class. We all had a table together. They was like, "Boy, you better get up there and stuff." I said, "Come on now, y'all. Y'all in class with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
that I'm not about to get up here and do this." And I'm looking and I'm befuddled, and I'm going somewhere with
Mm-hmm.
this. I'm first of all, ain't nobody counting, and I'm like, I said, Tony, are they ain't doing the 8 count? He said, yes, they are. I said, how come nobody count? He said, bro, because they've been doing this for long enough. You ain't got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Here
6.
you go.
They
You
just
go.
flowing. You know what I'm saying? They flowing. Uh, everybody's on an 8 count, but everybody's doing a different dance.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, like how is everybody's following the beat, everybody's on their 8 count, and you could tell it's some type of organized chaos to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's something to this.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit me like, man, this ain't nothing but business and life. I said, you go to these classes, you go on YouTube, you
Mm-hmm.
get the 8 count.
Mm-hmm.
But then the music started, and you sitting there like,
You
I
overthinking
don't
it.
know the dance.
Yeah.
I know my steps.
Yeah.
I know the 8 count, but what dance do I do to this song?
Yeah.
And it's like this is business. And going back to I told this whole story because we talking about I asked you how did you get into
Mm-hmm.
to Lit Couture, and you said, well, I just talked to Ro. But y'all, she gave y'all the game. Now let me give you the song. she she gave
He
you the
said,
8 count. She gave you the 8 count. I've been doing this for a minute, so let me give you the song. The song is networking,
yeah. Yeah.
making friends.
Yeah.
You get so many people. You got to move in silence. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, if you move in silence,
Cool. Cool. That's cool.
that's cool.
That's cool.
But
But you need
You
friends.
need friends.
You need
A
friends, you
network.
need a team,
Yeah.
you need people that will hold you accountable, that will help push you outside of your own comfort zone.
Mm,
Because there's a comfortable place in my uncomfortableness,
yeah.
right? I know just enough how to push myself just enough,
Mm,
right? Yep, I'm a little uncomfortable. Okay, I'm doing things, but and you have to trust these people, right? So trust is tried and true. You have to trust them. You have to trust that they're going to lead you in the right direction. But it's something about your friends or those you call family friends when they say something like, "Hey, I see you should really try this."
mm,
And you do it,
mm.
it's beyond something that you can even fathom,
Yeah.
right? And this did it for me. She and I've got two really really good friends that don't live in Illinois at all, and they are always pushing me.
Yeah.
Right, that's why I got my house. That's why I wasn't
Mm.
thinking about being a homeowner, but they planted a seed and left me alone.
That's almost a different type of network.
It
And
is.
you need that too.
You do.
Yeah.
You do because there are certain I always tell people, you need people in your life that see your blind spots.
Mhm.
Like you need them to be able to tell you things about yourself that you can't see or that there it's not so obvious for you to see.
That's very kingly of you.
Oh, look at you. You know what? Very
I should say
demure.
queen. I should say queenly.
Queenly. Thank you.
What I'm hearing is I say that because I'm so excited and we've talked about it.
Yeah.
I'm starting a new show, V&O Productions down there in the corner.
Oh Lord. Wait a minute, I'm gonna look
With
down in the corner too. Like I didn't know it was here.
V&O. What up, Trosh? We just talked about you. I
I
was just talking about
know.
you the other day,
Hey,
bro. So much
Joe.
love to my man Trosh, man. Uh it's funny that I'm okay. There we go. I told y'all new platform.
He learning. He learning.
Y'all go check out Trosh's music on Spotify and also
Yeah, his new song.
shout out, huh?
He got a new
Man,
song.
that song's so cold. You
Hey
talking about the
Nicole.
I forget the name of it. Trosh, if you still here, man, drop the name of that new song, that new joint you just came out with. That mug is cold.
It is called.
Shout out to my homie Tyra Nay.
Hey girl. Hey. That is
I already saw my uncle came through. Dollar.
who?
Dollar.
Hey Sean. Dollar. Let me know.
Dollar. I always forget to shout out Dollar on the show.
You better
And of course, the beautiful
roll
Ro
for the
Bryant of
go.
Rose Design Services. Ro, you so cold with it, y'all. If you're in the Chicagoland area, even if you're not, cause she'll make it happen for you.
She will.
Look. This is what I'm talking about, boy. I love folks to be hustling. We talking about hustlers. Trosh, he dropped
He
that
dropped
song
that
so
thing
fast.
so quick. I heard it. It said, "Duh."
It said blue blue. Blue blue. I said, Trosh, can you blue blue? I don't even think I had it on my mouth yet.
He was ready.
So cold with it. uh dang, I've almost lost what we were talking about. Oh, I was talking about
Kingly.
huh?
That's so queenly
Oh,
of
that's so
me.
quick. So I'm dropping a new show called When We Were Kings.
Mm-hmm.
And the premise of it is that at one point in time, it feels like it's not just black men, because I don't want to just close it off. But since I am a black man,
Yeah.
will be in the forefront of this show,
Yeah.
and I will be talking about how we were kings
Mm-hmm.
when we were kings. Let's talk about when we were kings. Let's talk about when we was kings before crack happened, and all kinds of other things in society. And it seems like we've just been
Very soon.
they've just taken our society is just and culture and just taken our crown and thrown it on the ground, and you find men not acting in a kingly fashion. And I'm gonna do this show with Dr. J. It's gonna be funny
Yeah.
because I'm funny
I'm,
to me. I
I'm,
don't know if I'm funny to y'all. Dr. J is an actual comedian. Dr. J is an author. Dr. J is a preacher. Dr. J is everything else. He about to make this show, but it's coming very, very soon before the year's out.
okay.
And one thing that is kingly, because I've been studying
Oh,
kings,
really?
is before this show, is counsel.
Yeah.
You don't have a king and if he was a king without counsel, he was a
The one.
very bad king.
Or he wasn't king very long.
Yeah, he wasn't king very long. Somebody
Yeah.
popped him off.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that going on back in the day.
Or he did it to he did it to himself,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So moving in silence, right?
Yeah, moving in silence. It's not, and that's you're moving in silence. Yeah, but like you have to have counsel, and
You
that's not
do.
just kingly. That's wisdom.
Yeah.
And you just talked about having counsel, having a network,
Yep.
uh working hard.
Yep.
If we want to break it down for people, you got to have friends. You got to have a business network of people that you meet that can give you business.
Yep.
But then you also have to have those friends that will say, "Hey, you slipping,
Yep.
you
Get it
sliding."
together.
Yeah, get it
Get it
together.
together.
Yeah.
And you don't take offense.
Yeah.
Like, because again, I trust you. And I mean, trust is cornerstone to anything, any great relationship.
Yeah.
So, whether it's business, professional or personal, you know what I mean? So I've just learned to move different. When we talked about doing this and me coming back, I said, it's a blessing because sometimes you don't get to see the changes in people.
Mm.
You're in somebody's life for a season, you're in, you're out. You planted a seed, you never see it flourish or grow. And so it's just good to be back a year and again, see your growth. I know my own growth
Mhm.
and just know that we're growing as people, right? So that within itself, but I couldn't have done any of this without having sound people in my corner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's another
And
song.
yeah.
That's
Well,
another song.
because I always thought, like, before meeting everybody in the network, I just thought that I had to do things in a silo with very minimal help. And anybody great has a team with them.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They have people with them. We don't have to always do things, carry the load on our own. And me learning that, but having a discerning spirit and knowing that, okay, you can't bring everybody with you.
Yeah, we
Like,
you can't bring everybody with you. A lot of times your team will build as you go.
yeah,
Sometimes you
yeah,
have to be sometimes you can't take nobody with
no,
you and
no,
you just start the race and then you gain,
yeah,
your people as you go, people of like-mindedness.
yep,
Uh yeah, that's the way it goes. And
yeah.
so y'all just start. And
That is okay. Just start.
yeah, just start.
Research.
Just
Yeah,
start. Sometimes you can't bring those people with you. Start, keep going, and you'll gain people. Speaking of that,
yeah.
I'm in this. We're in the Vibe Studios 219 right
Mm-hmm.
now. We're in the studio.
They don't get no
Uh,
applause for that.
yeah, we 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 are in the Vibe Studios, and speaking of expanding, we just added two more people to the Vibe 219.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
we just added. Yeah, we
Congratulations.
just added two more people because it's a necessity. We looking for team, uh, and you gotta
Yep.
grow your team, and we all have a like-mindedness. We all have different abilities. That's what
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
Dr. J was one of them
Okay.
that we added. And you want to talk about a man of ability? He knows business. He, like I said, he's a doctor, a pastor, uh a comedian, which is it, man. It's almost like an anomaly. Like, bro, how are you?
Yeah.
And he just be cutting up like he is ridiculous.
Yeah. I
When
don't
I
know
say
him.
he gonna get on the show and cut me up a lot,
Okay.
people gonna love that. I'm grown. I don't care. I don't care. He can talk about me all you want to.
Oh Lord
I'm gonna talk
Jesus.
about your back.
Oh,
How about that? But but yeah, he just a dope individual, man. He's such a dope person, and I'm happy to have him. Uh, I want to hit on a subject
okay.
of that's been bothering me so
Oh Lord, you didn't tell
much.
me about this.
Well, it's
Yeah.
it's you kind of it's been bothering me. Well, it's a subject that kind of goes with you building Tiffany's Closet and
Hmm.
moving into Lit Couture,
Yeah.
and it's about you said something key, like about listening to those around you and those that love you, and
Yeah.
so many people. God, man, we are living such an offended society.
Yeah.
I have to check myself. One thing I do love about you is that you hear, in the time that we've known each other, you hear me out.
I
You hear me?
try.
Yeah, you hear me out. And I'm saying you. I'ma always hear people out.
Yeah.
I'ma listen to even some people that ain't got my best interest. I'm sorry.
No, almost. I was like, we not doing this
I'm
today. You're
sorry.
not flying in my mouth.
Y'all. These gnats is trying to take over
Trying to take me
the Vibe
out.
Studios 219. You
Listen,
said you just
look,
gonna
look,
take it in the middle of the conversation and move it out the way.
like,
I just sprayed before you got in here.
I'm
Cause
like,
gnats, man, like I hate this. But anyway,
what's the
we
bright lights too? They
yeah,
love, they love lights.
I think one reason that I've made it, I haven't made it that far in
Hmm.
life, but I have had a lot of successes, is because, man, I be listening to people and be hearing.
Trying to look at the
Yeah,
comment.
she said, "What are you really saying about Trost?" I'm just asking. I'm saying that Trost is dope. If you ask it, I don't know her, but she said,
Oh.
"What are you saying?" She said, "I'm just asking." I'm saying Trost's music
Yeah,
is cold with it. Yeah, he cold,
he's
and
dope,
he's
and
a dope person.
he's a dope
Yeah,
human being.
yeah,
He's one of the other people again that pushes me too. So I
Yeah.
have to give him love
Yeah.
on that.
He rough around the edges sometimes. He gonna give it to you. That's what I love about him. He gonna give it to you raw.
He
No
and
homo.
uh,
Pause. But
you
he
know
gonna give
what?
it to you raw, but he gonna give it to you raw because that's what you need to hear.
And exactly what you need to hear.
Yeah.
It's really, he told me like, "G, get up. Like, stop. What is you doing?
Yeah.
Like, do what you need to do."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dang, okay. Ain't no
Mhm.
pity party here, but
Yeah.
okay." But yeah,
It's so many people that take offense to people. So that would take offense to a troll. And he don't mean no harm.
you got
Some
to
people,
know him.
yeah, you gotta know him. You gotta know him. He sat here, he was heated on the couch when he sat there. I had him and man, what
Trouble.
a great show, man. Him
Trouble.
and Treble,
Mhm.
thank you. Him and Treble here, and man, he was sitting here heated because he was just talking about people taking him the wrong way.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm a big nigga, so people sometimes like, man, I love, man, and he's saying it like, I'm like, while he's saying that he loves, I was kind of like, go
You
ahead,
so extra.
man.
You so extra. See, you so extra all the time. You're so extra.
No, but going back to that kind of goes into what we're talking about people taking offense,
Yeah.
and what you got to understand that when somebody that does care about you, hear them out, man. Sometimes you know what I do, I'll I'll hear what somebody has to say, and I'll weigh out the reason or reasons uh why they might be saying it to me. Sometimes I ask, I'll say, hey, why are you saying this to me?
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
And I've even started now because I like to talk, right? And so I don't overpower the conversation. I'll ask like precursor to the conversation, like, am I listening or do you want my advice
Mm,
once you're done?
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll take the position of listening, but it's twofold. Like people, in order for people to not take offense, they have to know you. They have to know your heart is pure and genuine. And a lot of times we don't take the time to get to know people,
Mhm.
right? You size them up in 8 seconds and think you know them, and then now you're moving like, why did they say that? Why did he say that? I'm gonna ask you,
Yeah.
like, okay, you said this. What did you mean by that?
Mhm.
So I'm not assuming. I'm gonna take the time to understand because then if I say something back to you, then we're going to have
That's
clarity
that's gonna give
about
them my response.
so I have to ask
Yeah,
clarifying questions, and that's part of growth
yeah,
because I used to just assume and speak and go in.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. It's and when I was a child, I spake as a child,
mhm.
and when I
Yeah.
became a man, I put away
That's what I was
childish
saying.
things,
Yep.
and that all that arguing
Yeah.
and carrying on,
Mm-mm.
and
There's no need to.
yeah, I'm about to start. When we were kings already, the
Uh,
kingly thing to do. I watched, and I say kingly, but it goes,
mhm.
we're gonna make the connection. It's a human thing.
It's a
Now, yeah,
yeah.
it's a human thing. There are differences between men and women and
Yeah.
kings and queens,
Mhm.
but I watched this. What the movie I watched was The King.
Okay.
It's man, that's a cold movie. I love it. I love it, and it's about this kid, King Henry,
Okay.
how they call him, he
Okay.
taking over the kingdom.
Okay.
Well, his dad died, and his dad didn't want him to be king. His dad was wild. He was a wild boy. He
Mm,
wanted to just fight and kill everybody, which is not necessarily kingly.
yeah.
And so Hal is forced. His hand is forced because he has somebody around him to take the fight to France. And
Okay.
so he's in taking the fight to France. Back in those days, uh, you could cross enemy lines so you could go and talk to
Mhm.
the one in charge.
Mhm.
They wouldn't just not you do
Never
your
gonna
man.
kill
Yeah,
you.
they wouldn't kill you.
Mhm.
You could have those talks. And so he went to the King of France, or King of France came to his camp, and God, he was so disrespectful. Just he was talking. I mean, he just went real low with it, real low.
Mhm.
Very disrespectful to him. He was quiet the whole time. And he basically just said, okay. And he told
Mhm.
his counsel, let's go, we gotta talk.
Mhm.
Uh long story short, boy, they went out there and told them boys,
Mhm.
he killed a king, but he did. He deserved to die. God dog, like that's what I'm learning about human
Dang, wait a
behavior.
minute.
Judgment must be executed at times. At times, and that's it. I'm Mr. Grace. You talking to Mr. Grace? You talking to Mr.
Oh,
Benefit of the doubt? And what
okay.
I'm learning in being a king is sometimes you have to execute judgment on people. If you say that you was gonna do something, do it. Do it. In so many words, told him, boy, I'm about to light you up. You dead. And he didn't have to argue with him. It wasn't no yelling, no screaming. He didn't act on emotion. He did what he had to do. But
But
yeah,
sometimes and I get that. I get that because I've been like, "Da, da, 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 da,
yeah,
da, da, da." But then sometimes it ain't for me to act on judgment. Like
yeah. So yeah, yeah,
you gonna get it,
yeah.
whether I slay you or
Or you're a queen.
oh, yes, I'm just gonna sit over
You're,
here and twiddle my
you're a
thumbs.
queen to all my kings out there. King
He's
of behavior. And sometimes you have to execute grace, and sometimes you do have to execute judgment.
this one right here.
Back to Lick Couture, man. Let me get out of this. I'm so excited about that.
I know you are. You better launch it next week.
Right,
Do
right.
something.
It's still some work.
Okay.
It's a little bit of work that I have to do.
Okay. Well, then you
Yeah,
need to give
so
the people a date when you
yeah,
dropping it,
I
cause
do, and I am. I'm gonna come through with it.
okay.
Uh, where are you looking? If somebody, where are you looking to go with Lick Couture? I talked about your confidence,
Hmm.
and it's because I believe in you that you can do what you're setting out to do.
No, and I
If
start
you was a
looking.
woman that sat over here with no confidence and you didn't go out there, and I'm telling you, boy, when you put on these outfits, you slay them. And it's a lot of thicker women.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, you about to make me cry.
Yeah,
But
listen, I'm over here batting my eyes. I'm like, I put on some eyeliner. I don't know.
you about to make me cry. But I, it's no doubt that when you put on your when you fashion yourself up, when you do yourself up, when you even what you're wearing right now, you know, you walk in confidence in you. And I'm sure, I'm not a woman, but I can almost guarantee you that you inspire other women,
Thank you.
not just heavier women, but smaller women,
Yeah.
women of various sizes. That girl, you better go out there and do this. You can
Yeah.
do this. You
Yeah.
can do this. You are the right one.
Mm,
You're the right one
thank you.
to launch a brand, Lick Couture. You inspire, and I'm sure that you give confidence to these women.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And that's the goal. I mean, I'm not gonna overcomplicate it like, oh, I want this brand partnership. I want this. I want this. It's, I've had my moments where I didn't feel like her,
Of course.
and those moments lasted longer than a lot of people don't know what some things that I go through.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Life be lifing
Yeah.
and God be Godding too.
Yeah.
Right. And so a lot of things will happen and I just don't feel I don't feel like and I say her in the context of I just don't feel like I can do certain things.
Hmm.
There have been like things with my job, things with my businesses. I've quit my businesses multiple times, but I always wake up the next morning and be like, okay, you got to do it. Because I always think about there's something I heard from Les Brown. It's been many, many years ago. And he talked about, if you were on your deathbed and all of your hopes and dreams were gathered around you, looking at you, and basically stating that, you could have changed so many lives had you just believed enough and pushed yourself enough to make me a reality. I want my life to mean something. It don't have to be global. It don't have to be everybody knows your name, right? But it's really, what have I done in the third quarter of my life? How will people remember me?
Why you calling it third quarter? So.
Because when I was a child, that was the first quarter, and but I just say the third quarter because when I turned 45, my mom told me something really, really profound. She said, you got more years behind you than you have ahead of you.
Mm,
And if I'm blessed enough to see another 45 years, I'm gonna be 90 years old.
mhm.
You know what I mean? And so that's a different type of that's fourth quarter for real because
Yeah,
I'm chilling.
yeah.
So I have to make this time count. And the way that I do it is ensuring that the way that I move out here, things that I build and bring to the forefront, they're helping and benefiting someone in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like you said, I am a thicker person. I'm a thicker woman.
Yeah.
And a lot comes with that,
Mhm.
right? And so, yes, I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna put it on. Like Little Richard said, I love to shine. I'm gonna put it on. Um, because it is somebody looking at you that says, you know what, girl, you wearing that. And it's something about that. Like they see the possibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, I could put that on too. Girl,
Yeah.
you sure can.
Yeah. I've been with you when
Yeah.
and seen it. I've been with you and seen other women walk up to you and say, "Girl, you know,
Where'd you get
yeah,
that
where'd you get that
from?
from? Girl,
Yeah.
you look good in that."
And what I do, girl, here you go.
There you go.
Here you go. Here it is. So it's creating more moments like that
Yeah,
on a more consistent basis.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because the joy in their face, like even the people that get stuff from Tiffany's Closet, they'll email me like, "Oh my God, I just love this." Like that, if I can instill that joy, just plant a little seed, like, child, yeah, my third quarter is lit.
yeah. It's lit. It's lit. I've you. I'm talking about how you inspire me. One of the major reasons that you inspire me is because we won't talk too much about your job because I know you
Yeah.
don't want to go into that. But what I will say is you are the global human resources director
Mhm.
for a major brand, and if we said the name, you would know it.
Mhm.
If we said the name of, she is the global. She ain't your local human resource director. She ain't over Utah, Illinois. She's not your state human resource. She is the global. She's
Yeah.
talking to people in different time zones and
Yeah.
countries and whatnot. Reason that I bring that up is because most people will they just cross the finish line. Once they
Mhm.
hit that,
Yep.
they cross the finish line like, yeah, I made it.
Yep.
I made it.
Yep.
And you got your block out, dropped it at the starting line
Mhm.
again, got down,
And so let's go.
and let's go again.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
once you started running in you started a brand before Tiffany's Closet.
Mhm.
Once you started running a brand, running not a race is Tiffany's Closet. And then of course you haven't reached the finish line at
No,
Tiffany's Closet,
no,
not
no.
not
Not
by a
by a
long
long
shot.
shot.
Yeah,
No.
not by a long shot. But you are, it's like you still in that race.
Mhm.
You grabbed your block and
And
was
so let's
like,
go.
let me start a new race. Now
Yep.
you didn't got into AI. Let's talk
Mhm.
about Luxlink
Mhm.
business solutions. You didn't just get into it. You are certified AI
AI.
human resource specialist.
Yep.
You went and took the classes and
Yep.
did what you had to do to
AI
get
consultant.
certified.
Yep.
AI consultant.
Yep.
Now, most people would have stopped right there
Nah.
because that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
You now you branching off and you dropping the block again
Yep.
and you digging in.
Yep.
I'm talking about races and blocks as I just watched the Jesse Owens story. I was inspired. But you dropped the block and now you dug in again and now
Yep.
you running again. Now some people would say that's too much, but the thing that I see is like especially Tiffany's Closet and
Yeah. Lit couture.
Lit
Yeah.
Couture, they kind of go hand in
They
hand.
do.
Yeah,
They do.
because yeah, you how do they complement each other?
So you will see pieces from Tiffany's Closet featured on Lit Couture because, like, I may have a denim suit from Tiffany's Closet, but I may get my shoes from DSW. I may get jewelry from Target, right? Lit Couture encompasses all of the brands that I, again, either love, work with. I have an Amazon store, right? Storefront, right? I want a Target storefront because I shop at Target. And I looked at liqueur again, these are things that I do naturally, so it was only fitting for me to be a fashion influencer, right?
Yeah,
A lot of people would say, they see me posting pictures and, some may argue that you're thirst trapping. It was all part of a strategy, right? It was part of a strategy for me to build credibility,
mhm,
right? If I'm running around here looking toe up from the flow up, you gonna say she is not what my guy Cypher said, he called me the style goddess. I would not be a style goddess, right? I would not be a style goddess, but it was part of, again, establishing myself, establishing my credibility. Now it's time for me to take that and help other women, right? So that's why I'm getting my
yeah,
stylist certification from the Fashion Institute in New York,
yeah,
right? Online. Like it's certain things. And the reason why I do all of this stuff is that, again, when my time is up, I can say that I've tried everything that God put on my heart
yeah,
and gave me the ability to do,
yeah.
right? They say idle mind is a devil's playground. They know idle mind here.
You ain't got
I don't
no
know.
idol.
I don't.
You ain't got no time to be idle.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
And it's like I want to, again, try everything that is put on my heart to
yeah,
do and do it well.
yeah,
So you're right. I don't have a lot of time. That's why I don't, you know, I just don't.
Where is the finish line for you? Where do you stop? Or not stop?
Where would I be like, okay, this is it?
Yeah.
When I become a billionaire.
Mm, yeah.
You know, I used to say millionaire,
Yeah.
but when I become a billionaire, because like you said though, you know, when I started my career in human resources, I wrote down in pencil. I said, when I become the director of human resources,
Yeah.
um,
I'm sorry, I gotta adjust this because
oh, okay.
my vest was just over top of it.
Oh,
Right, Max, they can't hear me. Or maybe they not mad. I don't know. Go ahead.
they're like, oh,
Yeah.
no, but I wrote down on in pencil that that was my goal, like to become the
In
director of
pencil.
in pencil, right? And then when I achieved that, I said, you know what? I want to be able to replace my revenue or my income with my own stuff.
Doors all in
You
there.
know.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Go
I want to be able. Oh, thank you, Doris. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wanted to be able to
I'm
own
cute
my
too.
own time. Stop. It ain't about you. The thumbnail had me on it.
Nobody come to see
Then
you, Otis,
nobody come to
right?
see you, Otis. They came to see Lid.
Right, go ahead.
Nicole
I'm
the
sorry.
Ingram.
I interrupted.
No,
Okay,
no,
go
just
ahead.
you know. But no, I came up with a new goal because what I didn't like is like the further you go in corporate America, the more they demand of you.
Yeah.
And I want to, like, I love my mom, I love my brother. I want to own my own time and be able to go and do whatever I want to do for them and with them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I said, I need to launch my own business. Right. And so again, that's what started. Like, okay, you did all of this. Now get your block out and run that race of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So,
You know, I get it. You know, because I did the same thing.
mhm.
I did the same thing. You get to the destination and you look around
We like,
like
this ain't what I
this
thought it
Disney
was.
World.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be more, you
Yeah.
know. And so you get to we still look. We are still blessed and
Mhm. Very
thankful.
much so.
Yeah, blessed and thankful. Like my job right now, blessed and thankful,
Mhm.
man. At the same time, yo, this ain't it.
Yeah. You realize more. And I always tell people that what I thought was important in my 20s became null and void in my 30s.
Mhm,
Same thing happened in my 40s. Like I grew
mhm.
as a person. I was no longer satisfied. Oh, six figures is cool. No, it's not not when you have $1 billion
Come on,
mindset.
G.
Not
Come
when
on.
you have $1 billion blueprint.
Come on.
Right? Why am I limiting myself to something that somebody else is giving me and you're not even paying me what I'm worth? You let's just be real. You are not paying. You got me on a discount.
Mhm, mhm.
And I hate to say that, but that is just real.
Yeah,
So I know that I possess the ability here to be a billionaire.
yeah.
It's just being, again, intentional and focused enough to do it.
Self-worth is a huge
Man,
in entrepreneurship. I've
listen.
hit, man. That's again. I got the eight step down, man. I
Hmm.
got it down. It's just now what moves do I do with the eight step? You know, the song changes, and now I got to do a different move.
Hmm.
I went to shout out, man, to tonight's conversation. Uh, Ace
Yeah.
Metaphor,
Yeah. I
Ace
didn't even
Metaphor,
go.
man.
I'm
Y'all
mad.
doing it big. Hopefully you see this, but y'all doing it real big. Uh, and I went to go see them last night in
Hmm.
Chicago at the Erie Crown Theater. Uh, eight eighty $85 a ticket,
Hmm.
and I was sitting in the balcony.
And that was that the last time they were here, it was less than that. So they yesterday's price
Yeah,
was not today's
it ain't
price.
today's price.
No,
The price has gone up.
very much so, as
And we
everybody
talking about.
should.
I haven't lost the thought. We're talking about self worth,
Hmm.
and me also with this that I'm doing, kind of gathering up my self worth
Hmm.
and realizing that I just hit the point where I realized like, oh, I think I got something. I got something that at least I could go in the room and talk about,
Yeah.
and then you realize you got something. You got something because with podcasting and interviewing, you sometimes you don't realize you're offering people a service
Yeah.
because you don't get to be heard every day.
Nope.
And if you're a good interviewer,
Yeah.
they'll get to hear you.
Yeah.
I think I'm a good interviewer.
You are.
And they figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what in your mind, brother, told you that people would pay $85 to sit down and listen to you talk? Who are you, Ace Metaphor? And I did last night.
And because he feeds his audience, he relates to them. You don't know how many Ace Metaphor, and I'm actually mad that I didn't go. How many Ace Metaphor clips I've shared where he talks about woman know your worth,
Yes.
like
Man
women,
know your worth.
and vice versa, everybody, right? I hear from the queenly side, right?
Yeah,
Know your worth, and I apply it. So he's doing all this nurturing. So you find a spot in your heart to say he adds value to my life. So this little $85 that I'm about to pay, it is worth it. You can't commoditize him, meaning you can't compare him to somebody else sitting next to him that's trying to do the same thing. No, commoditize. I know it came from it came from $100 million leads by Alex Hermosi. And he talks about, like, if you have a brand, so I have an online clothing store A and someone has an online clothing store B. If we sell the same item, yet they sell it cheaper, you buy it from them because you don't see the value that my brand offers. You're just looking for a deal. But when I like invest in you, give you style tips, send you text messages, thanking you for your purchase, put you in a VIP community where maybe I get to fly you out somewhere, right? I'm adding value to your life, right? So we are not the same. You're not like me. I'm not like you. So that's the same thing with Ace Metaphor, right? He's adding value even through his clips. So when he comes to your city, you're like, oh my God, I gotta see him.
I gotta see Ace, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And value of the crew too.
Yeah.
Everybody, I
Yeah.
forget the dude with the long beard.
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, he was
Oh
there.
my
Yeah, he
God.
was
How
there.
did I
That
miss
fine.
him?
Oh my gosh, she's so fine.
Who?
Lord have mercy. And then she got up and I was never mind.
You know what? I like the guy with the long beard. So
Yeah,
what's his name?
he be on point.
Yeah, he
He be on
do.
point.
He do.
Yeah, he be on point. I forget his name. Everybody in
Uh,
the room knew his name. I probably
it's
should know his name.
oh my God. It begins with
Yeah,
a T, I think.
yeah. But he dropped for the first part he sat there and just listened. He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't saying nothing, and then he
He
dropped
turned up
he
after
dropped the
that.
bomb. He dropped the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I noticed, man, I probably paid more attention to the whole thing than the actual conversation. Because
Okay.
man, I hear about relationships all the time. That's cool. I'm paying attention to they recorded 3 episodes. So
During that
I
time,
paid to come
$85.
watch you do something to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's the game.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you can't get tonight's conversation for free.
Mm-mm.
You got to go on the app. If you want to see the
Mm-hmm.
whole episode, they got an app out.
Mm-hmm.
They said skip YouTube. We don't want your
They
YouTube
built
money.
that.
I'm gonna build my own platform, and you gonna come here if you want to see
Yeah.
this. We'll give you the clips.
Yep.
I said, wow, man, you want to talk about some business
Mm.
savvy? Uh, how do you I was thinking about this today because doing what we do, especially in entrepreneurship, you
Mhm.
have to balance creativity and business savvy,
Yep.
and you have to know when not to be creative
Mhm.
and just to take somebody else's idea and expound on it, and then you have to know when everybody else doing this and the market is oversaturated. I need to do something different. And sometimes, like, man, that's a dance. I know the 8 count,
Mhm.
but this is a whole new song right here. So
It's certain things like you said, like the blueprint is the blueprint, right? Um, I pay different gurus to where I've seen their blueprint rinsed and repeated with different businesses, right? I'm not coming through being creative with that. Like this is a for sure blueprint to get me to 8, 9 figures. I'm gonna trust you because I've seen it
yeah,
replicated. You have lawyers, you have service-based business, you have product-based businesses. Like your reviews say that this works.
yeah,
But where it comes to being creative, ain't nobody gonna do Tiffany's closet like me,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's me. I'm bringing confidence to your closet, one outfit at a time, right? No, nobody's gonna do that like me.
Yeah,
There may be some similarities, but the way I pop out and show you is gonna be different.
yeah,
And so it's understanding how to differentiate yourself in the market. But if it's a process from a business perspective that will help you get your brand to market and it's been rinsed and repeated, then why not? Like use what works. Don't you don't always have to be authentic in everything.
Man, come on now.
Like you
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
have to I was the first one. Yeah, it was you was the first one to fail at it too. Right?
I, s- I set up, and I told, we was sitting over on the other side of the Vibe Studios. Shout out to my co-parts in the Vibe Studios, Selena K from
Uh-huh.
Rock Truth. Shout out to my man and cousin family, Jeff Rutherford
Jeff.
with
Yep.
Redirect, Regroup, Refocus. Shout out to the Smooch brand, man. Who is Smooch
Smooch.
Wallace?
Who is
Who
Smooch?
is Smooch? A man
Who
of
is
many talents.
Minnie?
A man of many talents. But we sat over there and meet with the VNO.
Okay.
We sat over there and we was talking about being innovators.
Uh-huh.
And I told Mary, and Mary is Mars.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
man, she has a great mind,
Mhm.
and so she thinks different. But me, I was in the mindset at the time of business, and I told her, I said, I don't want to be Benjamin Franklin. The nigga
Mhm.
ain't making no money off the light bulb. Like, I don't want to be an innovator. I don't, I don't. Well, how much did Benjamin Franklin, or who, how much he get paid?
You know what?
Everybody give him credit. That nigga dead.
Uh, did you go to church
Yeah,
today?
I don't want credit. I want money.
What?
I
And
don't-
well, and you have to know, like, even with business, what is your exit strategy?
yeah,
Like, what are you building this
yeah,
for?
yeah.
Right? I'm not gonna do Tiffany's Closet forever.
Right.
Like, is somebody gonna buy me out? Like, it's certain things, like what's gonna help you get to your finish line
Yeah,
faster.
yeah,
And just because, again, you don't want to be the Benjamin Franklin, ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah. Well,
You were bringing your idea to market, VNO, what you know, and again, that's it. That's it. You
that's
don't
it.
have to, well, I'm gonna think of a new way to no.
What I did though, and that's part of the reason why I was saying what I said, is
Yeah.
because I'm sick of running around in circles. You know what I'm saying? It's because I got into this game saying, I ain't gonna do it like that. You do your thumbnails like that, I'm gonna do mine like this.
Mhm.
Bro, your thumbnails ain't hitting. His is. Y'all, we can do the same show, but mine ain't hitting. But his is. Bro, stop being an innovator and be a what do
But
you be a follower.
but
Whatever you
but
want to
no,
call
but
it.
you're going to do it differently. It's certain elements, the fundamental elements that will not change.
Yeah.
Right? It's certain things like, okay, format your thumbnails this way, bam. But your content is going to be different in the way that you deliver it.
Yeah.
There's only one Ron.
Yeah.
There's only one Joe Schmo, right? Joe Schmo's gonna do it the way Joe Schmo do it, and he's gonna attract the Joe Schmo people. You're gonna do it in such a way that you're gonna attract the people that gravitate to you, and that's where you get the creativity from,
Yeah.
right? That's where you get to differentiate yourself from everybody,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's what I look at. Can't nobody do it like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it may be the same thing. We may ride a bike. We both may be on a bicycle, but ain't nobody gonna ride no bike like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where you get the differences and people that gravitate to you. And that's where I'm like, okay, I'll focus on that versus the format. I'm not building a car again.
Yeah,
But
right. And
no.
that's what I felt like I'm trying to do with
Yeah,
this, or I
no.
was trying to do with this, was build a car all over again. And this, I had to rein myself
Yeah,
in. That's
no.
what part of that break was about, was reining myself in. Like, bro, I'm sick. I understand that this race is not to the swift. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's this is an endurance, a race
Yeah.
of endurance. And but still, man, like these laps don't even count. Hey,
They do count. They just
They-
count. They're showing you what not to do, and you're wasting time. And that's a lot of people's problem. They don't invest in themselves. They don't find programs that, again, that they research on and see and make sure
that's
that
what you
they
be on
work.
my case about.
I sure do, and
I'm
I
cheap.
cheap and cheap don't make no money either. So and I told you, why should I spend money with you if you're not willing to spend money on yourself?
Yeah,
Like that makes no sense to me.
no doubt.
Right?
No
Now I'm
doubt.
not saying just every program, you have to find a program that works for you, but I'm a big like champion of I'm taking this course, this is how I'm going to use it in different things. So
Yeah.
you just have to be clear with that.
No doubt, no doubt. It is, and that's you're right. You're right. One of the things that I did do was I told you I went to Vegas.
Mhm.
Shout out to my man Spin City Beats, whatever y'all in Chicago know him as. But he was big time in Chicago. He
Mhm.
used to make beats. Spencer used to do music videos for $2. And they,
Spencer, I hope you're
again,
not
it
doing
was
that anymore.
watching his rise or his him going into the person that he is
Mhm,
today. When I met him, he was down and out, boy. He just wasn't doing good, like
mhm.
mentally. But now he is. My
He's
man
up.
live in Vegas.
Mhm,
I went to Vegas to go see him. I didn't go to Vegas to party. I went to go Vegas to go see him, and to see what the things that he's doing with his, I don't want to call him his boss. He works with Ryan Pineda on YouTube. And if you don't know Ryan Pineda, if you can't spell, it's Pineda. Go and look him up and look at his followers. And Spencer did all of that, and that's why I went out there. Go
mhm,
look at the videos that he's doing. Spencer did that for him. Ryan is a real estate guru, and he knew nothing about social media. And Spencer took him, and I was working with him,
mhm,
but
mhm.
I just didn't know to pay attention like that. But
Yep.
boy, I went out there and I'm paying attention now. He gave me some of the game,
Yeah.
how to make this thing look better. If you notice, we
Yep.
talked
Some of
about
the
it. Your
changes.
thumbnail looks different,
Yeah, it looks totally
and
different.
I know that on YouTube I'm gonna get more hits on your thumbnail. It's nice and simple,
Thank
and
you.
uh, I'm giving some of y'all free game. This man charges. Spencer now charges for his clients
Mhm,
$10,000 a month.
mhm.
Um,
Ain't
I
no
just gave y'all $10,000 game,
there's no
and
mic.
watch me. Watch if you don't believe it. Watch what I'm gonna do with that $10,000 game. I didn't pay $10,000 for it. That's my friend. And he want to help me. I want to pay him
Yeah.
something for it, but I ain't paid 10. But that's $10,000 game. He said
Yeah.
these are people that's got money and they don't know how to do it, and they're paying him.
Yeah.
No lie, somebody I know.
Yep.
And I went to his studio and I got to see these things in action. They had big names on their guest board.
And so that should have motivated you to be like, if he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And it
And
did.
so
Yeah.
that's why you came back, you
Yeah.
relaunched. And so, I mean, that's a friend holding you accountable.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm gonna
Yeah.
get this to you.
Yeah.
Now, what you do with it
Yeah.
is on you.
I don't just be talking for no reason.
I hope not.
I'll lead into something. Who's your Spencer? Do you have a Spencer?
Oh, I had a couple Spencers.
You do. You
Um,
said something about you have a business coach.
I do have a business coach. And I met her at um TSP Live, so Traffic Sales and Profit Live. Coach P, I pay her. And she is very, very patient with me because I'm spontaneous.
You
Like
told me how much you was paying. That ain't patience. That's that's
that is patience
that's
for the value that she's giving me
yeah.
that I see that
It
again.
ain't cheap though.
It's
It's
not
not cheap.
cheap. It's not cheap. And but I see the value that she brings. And it's she reels me in when I'm on it. Oh, I need to do, and she's like, how about we focus in on this and do this and get it on a path, and then we'll jump to this. Um, but I will also say that there are people in my life that I don't pay them
Mhm.
that are my Spencers that will give me the game and also tell me you're doing too much.
Mhm.
Right. And I think that's a piece too. He gave you the game. He kind of talked you through why what you're doing isn't working.
Mhm.
And and that credibility. I have a friend that she she works a full-time job. She has a business herself, making six figures in that business. And she has property. She has her hands in like a lot of stuff. But she'll always ask me, like, why are you doing such and such? Or have you thought about this? Or, and I sit back and I listen to her because she's my counsel too.
Yeah.
And it's if I can explain it to her, or if I can explain it to my mama too, because
Mhm.
she's like, why are you adding more stuff to your plate when you already running around
She
here?
gonna keep it real with
Yeah,
you.
real, real. And it's like if I can explain it to those people and they be like, okay, yeah, I see that, then I'm I'm
And you can
full.
do this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
So
run with this idea. Yeah.
so it's having not only just one Spencer, but a Spencer at different levels
Mhm.
in your life too.
Mhm.
Because sometimes a good idea, just because it's a good idea, isn't a good idea for you.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
something I shouldn't embark on. There have been a couple of those. I'm like, you know what, you're not really passionate about that. And be like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I have a couple of those folks. Some I pay for.
Yeah.
I got a couple programs that I'm in. And then it's just some people that'll put that guardrail up and be like, "Why are you trying to jump out this window
Yeah.
again?" I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's I'm so hard headed. You and I keep talking about how you inspire me. Because you inspire me because you ain't scared. You ain't
"Mm-mm."
scared. You wasn't scared to go to Chicago and do a fashion
I
show.
was scared,
You was scared, but like here's the thing, man. If you do it, yeah, you scared, but you did it.
but
You
I
weren't
did
that
it. I
scared.
did it scared.
Yeah, you did it scared, but you
Yeah,
weren't that scared. You went in, yeah, you always gonna have some fears,
yeah.
some feelings, but you went and did it. And boy, you ain't look scared. You, you know what?
Oh my god.
Y'all, when I say that she wear it,
I put it
she
on.
wear it.
I put it
She
on.
put it on.
I put
And
it
see how
on.
like I wasn't just talking. Y'all seen it? I'll play it one more time.
So stupid. Get up.
Confidence.
Yeah.
And that's why Miss Nicole, the Ingram, can instill confidence in fashion because she's confident. Y'all seen that pink thing she was wearing?
See why you
She
have to
was,
talk about the pink thing?
you seen
This
it.
this
You
boy,
seen it.
this boy
You
here.
seen it. She look and she is it's not because I know somebody that could put that on and they should look good in it, but they don't. And they won't because
They
they
don't believe it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so fat.
Yeah.
I'm
Mm-mm.
just so man,
No.
confidence goes a long
It
way.
goes a really long way, and it's one of those things that if I don't believe in myself, why should you?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But it's a mental process to get here. It's a mindset shift. Like I literally had to meet myself where I was,
Mm-hmm.
right? And say, okay, this is where I'm at. Okay, I want to be better. Here are the steps that I need to take to be better. But I need to love her
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not moving any faster. If I say, oh my God, I need to lose 20 pounds. Like, okay, you still need to lose 20 pounds, but
Yeah,
you can look good.
keep going. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
A lot of and you find a lot of people do that. They will stop doing what they're doing that's going to propel them
Yep.
into the stratosphere because they see one thing that they're missing. So they
Yep.
stop and be like, "Well,
It
let me go get my
paralyzes you.
shoes real quick,
Yep.
bro. Grab a pair of shoes on your way there. Like, don't, yeah, don't do
Keep
that.
walking towards the door and
Yeah,
grab the shoes,
I'm
right?
learning a couple things as I go along. You
Yeah.
know, you, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it, and I'm gonna let you know, kind of, sort of, because of you. Not something tonight, but uh,
You didn't tell me this on the
no, I
drive
didn't.
here.
I didn't. Because I it's and you don't even know. That's what I'm saying. A lot of times you
Yeah.
don't even know. I watch you go and I watch you move, and partially my brain when I see you in a fashion show in Chicago, it's like I see so much more. Like, yo,
Yeah.
she came from Rockford.
Yeah.
If you lived in Chicago, it would be different.
Nah.
You
Driving.
brought your Rockford. I don't want to say you brought your Rockford mindset, but when you live in
Mhm.
someplace outside of a big city, of course you have
Mhm.
these walls built
Mhm.
up when it comes to
Different
big
things.
things, yeah,
Yep.
bigger things. And
Yep.
you took a Rockford and brought it to this big, and you did it.
Yep.
We seen it. You did it. One of the things that I'm gonna do because of that is so. Shout out to my homegirl Liz. I got to reach out to you because people be texting and they think I don't care. And sometimes they get lost in the sea, and sometimes I forget. Charge it to my head
Liz,
and not my heart. But shout out
Angel.
to my homegirl Liz. Liz grew up with Soraya.
Okay.
Soraya is a coal singer.
Okay.
She was on The Voice,
Okay.
and she Alicia Keys was her coach.
Oh
This
wow.
woman can blow. She was at City Winery, and I went with Liz and
Mhm.
some of her friends and her family. Soraya's family was there, but City Winery ain't no punk. If
No.
you at City Winery, I mean, you know,
Yeah. You official.
yeah. Who been to City? Man, I think has Alicia Keys been to City Winery?
I don't
It's
know.
like that. It's
Yeah.
if you a singer,
Music
then
Soul
yeah,
Child was
yeah.
there.
Music Soul
Yeah.
Child's been to City Winery. So Soraya was singing at City Winery,
Yeah.
and we bought the tickets. We went to the event, and she on stage, and I'm sitting. Liz put us right by the stage. She bought the tickets. I paid her,
Mhm.
but I'm talking about like I was looking like this as right. She's a beautiful woman,
Mhm.
beautiful person, and I'm mesmerized. She
Mhm.
glowing, and as she's singing, she looked in my direction. She said, "I see you, Ron." I said, "I know. I'm trying to." I was like, in like, I know she ain't say that to me. I'm sitting here
Lord
thinking like she
Jesus.
didn't say that to me because I have this. I'm still trying to get out of this mindset and this.
Yeah.
And she like, "Yeah, I seen your show. I knew. Liz told me." Well, she forgot that Liz told her about me.
The
She
show.
forgot that I don't even think she knew I knew Liz. She might have checked out the show on her own.
Hmm.
And I was like, I should probably ask her to come and be on the show, but it's like, no, I ain't gonna ask her because and I didn't do it.
Look, I roll
But
my eyes at you.
I'm a dude. She just got married, man. Shout out to Soraya, if you see this, shout out to you and your bodyguard who was looking at me the whole night like he wanted to beat me up.
Because you was looking up at her.
I was just looking at the show. She is beautiful. I was looking at the show, but he cold with it. He's her bodyguard. He cold with it. Ain't nothing gonna happen to her.
No.
And so when I do ask and she does come, I'm gonna have him right here with her. I don't think he would have it any other way anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna ask her to sit down with me, and I think she might do it. I don't know, Soraya. If you see this, this is your open invitation. Either way, I'm gonna reach out to you and ask.
You reach out to her
Yeah.
and specifically do it
Yeah.
because what do they say? You will miss 100% of the shots that you do not take.
Yeah.
And we don't have time.
No, we ain't got time.
We don't have,
We ain't got
but we
time.
say that and it's like it's like we pump fake. Like
Yeah. Because you start thinking about all the places you're deficient in.
but it's like, don't nobody know them places but you. Don't
And
nobody know.
that's why I love you.
Like
Because you speak truth. You're right. Like a lot of times, and those people, man, I didn't see people half stepping
half
with confidence.
with confidence. Please say it again
I
for the
call
people in the
it, man,
back.
with half stepping with confidence, and they hear you when they say they half step that they half stepping because they in business a lot of times to have that business savvy. They hear you, but you ain't about to stop them from
No.
moving.
They faking it until they make it.
Man,
They
until
are
they make it.
they are moving with again that one shoe off, but they know that shoe is at the
Yeah,
door.
I'll get the shoe later.
And that's the difference,
Yeah.
right? We often think we have to have it all figured out. I know I did. I'm like, I have to know 100% of everything before I launch my business. I have to have 100% of everything before I go forward with this initiative. And I remember my boss at my 9 to 9 job telling me, she said, Tiffany, it's okay for you not to have 100%. 80% is sufficient. And I'm like, no, it's not because y'all gonna come asking me for that other 20%. But it started me to move without having 100% because sometimes you can't get that 100%.
Yeah.
And what's the worst thing a person can say to you? No.
Yeah.
That's the same.
Yeah.
That's the same response you're gonna get if you never ask.
No, yeah, they could say no. I play devil's advocate a lot, and I think about why, uh, what's the mindset? Why people are afraid of no, or they're afraid of? Because I
It's
just gave it a
rejection.
whole rant.
Yeah.
It's rejection, but why are people afraid of rejection? I think it's because once you've been rejected, we get upset because we don't know the answer. And I
Why they
think
just
we
said
need to
no.
be
Yeah.
comfortable enough with not having the answer. I think we need to be comfortable enough with the answer never coming. And sometimes that might just be the thorn in your flesh for uh for the rest of your life, maybe for the rest of your business life. Maybe your business might totally fail because you just can't get this no right.
Yeah.
And then you just move into something else.
Move
Yeah,
on.
move on. Move on. Uh I got to give it to you because for you to get over having everything together and keep moving, you got the double whammy. You are black and you are a female, and the world requires perfection from you.
Perfection. And I'm imperfect.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it and being okay with that.
yeah.
Right. Even my size, I'm like, I don't like this is probably the heaviest that I've been in my
Yeah.
life.
Girl,
And
you
I'm
fine.
like, this fool. If I wasn't, I am today. Because he said so. Say it louder for the people in the back that don't know.
Fine.
Fine, fine.
Fine.
But
Not okay. I ain't talking about okay.
but no, it's just really like you said, being okay with look, somebody tell me no. I'm just like, okay, that's the answer. No. Next.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, I don't have time to be wasting. You wake up in the morning if you're blessed enough to wake up and you see people that are no longer here.
yeah.
They didn't know it was gonna be their last day on this
Man,
earth.
for real.
And it's like, why am I worried about, okay, I'm not your cup of tea. I'm somebody straight henny over here.
Shut
somebody go, somebody,
Somebody ain't looking for tea. Somebody- Somebody ain't looking for tea.
So it's just, I'm always going to encourage those around me. I'm always going to encourage you, like, take the shot.
Yeah,
And
take
if they
that.
say no, so what?
Yeah,
Bye.
so what? Move on. Move on.
Something next.
It's and I'm gonna make. I'm gonna admit here that I've and I haven't verbally or I haven't actually dwelt on it. I've not done a lot of interviews because I was intimidated about, you know, the flea that just went past my head,
You got spray
yeah,
somewhere.
right.
Spray that spray.
Look,
They'll be all
whatever.
right.
I understand there's some things that I need to get correct, but I've passed up. Man, I was a little apprehensive. I met my man Ink Dog, and I posted him on my
Mm-hmm.
man Rap a Lot Midwest. Cold with it. I've been meeting a lot of people, a lot of artists that are
Mm-hmm.
cold in
Their
their
fail.
area, uh, and I haven't asked for those interviews. And then if I have asked, I haven't really pushed the issue. I got interviewed. Shout out to Boss Lady 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, she interviewed me, and I don't get interviewed a lot, which is fine. I mean, that's fine. I want to do collabs with
Other
other
people.
podcasters, but
Yeah.
it's okay if I don't get interviewed. I get to talk. This is my platform. I talk whenever I want to talk.
Hey, as much as you want.
Yeah, as much as I want. But Tony Sco, I got interviewed with Tony Sco.
Mm-hmm.
With Tony Sco. So like he went first, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just sitting there mesmerized because Tony Sco, like, do you know Tony Sco?
Mm-hmm.
Tony Schofield, man.
Don't play
Tony,
with me.
yeah, I was just asking.
Don't play
You
with
live
me.
in Rockford.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Tony,
I don't
Tony,
look
yeah,
like I'm.
right. Tony Schofield was not just Chicago guy. I mean, he was pretty much people know him all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little apprehensive about asking him for the interview, and then I finally I was telling you, Tiffany, it was sad. I walked up to him and like, "Hey man, this is good to meet you." Like I wanted to ask him for the interview
And then do it.
and then do it. Then I walk away. I had a drink, then I walk back
I
up to
just
him,
want to
just
kick
talking
you in
to
your
him.
kneecap.
And then I finally did work up the courage and I asked him for the interview. And he said, yeah. But then, like, and I know in business, it's not just, you can't just say, hey, let's get together. No, you have to be intentional
Yeah.
about it. And so then I just kind of like, he didn't have a day in whatever, I was a year and a half ago, something like that. He didn't have a day in February. He didn't have a day in March. And so I just kind of let it go. And now it just kind of went to the wayside. You know what I mean? And I'm sure hopefully people don't start feeling a certain way, but like Ink Dog, bro, if you see this, man, like I look up to you. And so I was a little, I don't think I've asked him yet. He's actually, I did. I think I did, and I actually did a mini interview at a show we went to.
So
The show that I did. Corey Hardick was there, and he actually came over to say what's up to us. And
you need to be intentional.
I do. I need to be more intentional, and you are teaching me, because you are very, very intentional. You don't shy away from things. I'm gonna go ahead and spill the beans, and I said it earlier. Me, me and you,
God,
me and you
Jesus.
we had a little thing going for a little
Lord
while,
Jesus.
and we both Aries, so we both petty. So
See, this one talk too much.
some of us are pettier than others.
No, I just got a short fuse, and
We-
I'm not going. I'm not going for the foolishness.
we had a little thing going, and I was in the midst of a divorce, kind of going through it, and we were somewhat together. I think we never really put
You ain't never
a
said that.
huh?
You ain't never said that.
Look,
You ain't never said that. But
but
okay.
you are just this wonderful person, and you gave me top five, one of the best experiences of my life, and I'm gonna say it here today. We went to 50 years of hip hop
Yeah.
in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and you curated all of that and funded most of it. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
know what? You
I'm
get
going
on
to
my
the
nerves.
bars.
Look, cut. We gone.
Jesus, bro.
Being on. We out. We out. We out. This phone, he get on here. Lord Jesus, I can't with this one.
But but because you got it like that. But
You know
and
what?
I think you did it because I ain't the type of person. It was hard for me
Yeah.
to even.
Yeah.
I've always taken care of people,
Yeah.
and you are probably one of the first people that I let do something like that for
Yeah,
me
I could
outside
tell.
of my parents.
Yeah.
And but man, we had a
We had a good time.
yeah.
We had a good time.
I always use everything for a learning experience. I watched you move when we was out there in Atlanta. Uh, Part of my apprehension of moving and I was in Atlanta. I should have shared my
Had
podcast.
stickers all.
Look, you had your stuff ready.
Hey,
I went.
them girls was like, "Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? Girl, here you go."
Let me tell y'all what I did. I went the last minute and tried to order some stickers. I ended up getting them from like a t-shirt shop. Buddy gave me like they didn't even cut the stickers out for me.
You sitting
I'm
there
in the
cutting
lobby.
stickers.
I'm in the lobby of the hotel with an X-Acto knife trying to. Before we go, I stuck the stickers in my bag on the way out to Atlanta. I'm trying to carve around my head, the sticker all jagged, and I remember using about to go in the bathroom. It's a temporary restroom because this is a music festival, and tons of people there, tons of influential people there. You go in the bathroom.
I would love to see these comments. I can't even believe.
Ain't
Look,
nobody
no, they're
Ain't
not. Okay,
nobody saying
good, good.
Ain't nobody saying nothing about this. I'm gonna drop the clips of it though. But see,
No, he will not.
I remember you
He gave me those stickers
I
to put in that bathroom. Put the sticker in the bathroom.
You put in the bathroom. He said no.
But you know what? I did though.
You did?
Yeah, I took a couple of because I had to
told me that.
because I didn't have to tell you.
Well,
I didn't have to tell you
but
that.
you did not make me feel bad. But you made me feel bad. You didn't make me feel bad because you didn't put the sticker up. You made me feel bad because I was like, you know what? She came out here with her Tiffany closet gear and her business cards, and she was ready. I wouldn't have put that sticker up either.
But I did. Let's go.
You
Look,
really,
no, I put it up, but it's there was a gentleman that I worked with when I was a government contractor. His name was Mr. John Drew, and he used to wear suits. Like he was responsible for the crew that would clean up our housing areas or whatever, and he would be dressed to the nines. And I asked Mr. Drew, I'm like, it's 100 degrees out here. Why do you have a three-piece suit on? Like, why are you clean every day? And Mr. Drew was an older man, and you laughing, but Mr. Drew said something that I took with me the rest of my life. He said, "You have to be ready for opportunities. You can't hope and pray and think that you can always get ready for them. Like you have to be ready for them when they approach you." And so with that, it was just like it started me down a path of again making sure that I was ready for things because I missed out on a couple things because I didn't take what he said and I didn't internalize it. And it was like after that, this is what Mr. Drew meant. And it was from that moment, it's like if you're going to do something, do it in excellence.
Yeah, that's it's not just I mean, yeah, do it in excellence, but boy, I've related this whole conversation to my stepping experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I said,
No, you can't get your A.
you know the A count, but you don't know the song. Boy, that's
Yeah.
the first song on the list. Uh opportunity. What's the saying? Opportunity is where uh is it luck meets preparation?
Mm-hmm.
Where luck meets preparation.
That sounds right.
And boy, yeah, you get lucky. You done seen it. It's a lot of people to get
Mm-hmm.
lucky. Man, how did I end up in this room? The reason I started the podcast is because luck hit and preparation wasn't. I
Yeah.
was in a, I was in a room with some very, very because I find myself in rooms like this
Yep.
because I talk to people and I
Yep.
just and I was in a room with some very, very influential people. And not only was I in a room with him, I had one dude kind of call me out. He was a very influential person.
Mm-hmm.
He made he was Michael Jordan and Walter Payton's uh fashion expert,
Okay.
or he dressed them.
Okay.
So a lot of suits that you might have seen Jordan in,
Yeah.
them big old, them big old Steve Harvey suits,
Yeah.
because that's what was in back in the day. But he was like it's an Italian guy,
Oh wow.
and me and him got to get to know each other, and I'm at this event that I didn't know. Jesse Jackson was there.
Mm-hmm.
His family was there. It was a lot of politicians in the room and influential people. And here's this guy I didn't know. I had heard a little bit of his story, and I was like, you know, what you doing here? Because it was mostly minorities there.
Mm-hmm.
The older Italian dude.
Mm-hmm.
He walked up to me. He's like, man, I like you a lot. He said, you know, what do you have?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what you? Here go luck right here. Here go luck. Luck is staring me in the face. And now in preparation, said, "What? Well, I want to share. You're just a great person, and I just want to share. You know, you got a business or something that I can share with people." I was like, "No, I got. I don't even
No.
what." And it hit me, and it's like, man, I never want to go into a room
And I
again
have something.
and not have something.
Yeah.
I mean, some cookies or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Or a sticker or something.
yeah, a stick or I didn't have anything to make a sticker out of.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, why don't you have something on the side? And you know, like you owe it
To yourself.
to myself. I owe it to God for the
Yeah.
talents that He's given me.
Mhm.
to have something,
Yeah.
not just to go to work every day.
Yeah.
And it kind of propelled me into like just to start to think.
Yeah.
And so, boy, that's the first song on the list. Prepare
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Even God going to prepare a place for
Yeah.
us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For some of us, not
Yeah.
all of us.
What? I don't know what's up with you
Some
today.
of y'all, it was already a place prepared for
I
you.
don't know what's going on with you today, child. You are on one.
God said, I'm going to prepare a place for you so that where I'm at, you may be also. And even God is preparing a place, and some of us don't know from what to prepare. Like we don't know. Follow the model, man. Go
Yeah.
prepare a place for yourself
Yeah.
first.
But that
Go.
takes a lot of concentration and just
It does.
sometimes you have to sit down and focus and block out the noise.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people are not willing to do that. I'm not gonna say a lot. Some people are not willing to do that. So you can hear your own voice.
Some people are comfortable.
Well, and it's the you know, the fear of, okay, what am I listening for?
Mhm.
Right? Because I was cool. Like I was cool with my little job.
Yeah, you make some
Yeah,
good money.
I was straight. Your girl's not hurting. There's a reason why I
Oh, my mom. Hey, mom.
hey, hey.
Uh, she said, thank you, mom. Oh, look at mom. Still taking
Okay.
lessons from mom. Where preparation meets opportunity. And then she
Okay.
said, oops, spell check.
But it's truly that, and you gotta be ready. And I'm not. Listen, we all say all gas, no brakes, and we put the little emojis with the person running or jet fuel with the little poof of smoke, and it's like, what are you? When somebody looks at me, I want them to see that I'm really mirroring what I say.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? If
yeah,
I'm saying all this stuff, if I'm saying all gas, no brakes, and I'm out here doing it, then I want my works to enter into a room far before I do.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, you know that girl? You
yeah,
know her?
yeah.
Girl,
I can't wait till you on New Year's Fashion Week, and I get the
oh my
and I got the exclusive.
God.
Get the, I get the exclusive interview because I got Tiffany, because that's where you're going. How do you do all this work and you don't go there? That's where you're gonna play to, and if it
Thank
ain't,
you.
if it might not be New York's Fashion Week, it might be
No, it will
something
be.
bigger, huh?
No, it will be.
Yeah, well, I mean, because maybe
Mm-mm.
that's not your path, but I'm saying like you're gonna be somewhere in some major rooms with some
Yeah.
major people that a lot of people know, and they're gonna
Oh,
have on uh your brand, and you know what I'm saying?
thank you.
Just because how do you put in all this work and do what you're supposed to do, and you don't go there?
Well,
That's just a
some people just busy being busy,
yeah,
right?
and that's the
It's
thing. I'm saying you're doing.
he said,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Some people just busy, and like I said, we talked about running in circles. Like you ain't even running the race, bro. You stepped off to the side to practice. Like I'm talking about you in the race.
Yeah.
you running the marathon. The right way. You doing what you're supposed to
Yeah.
do. You got you putting your shoulder to the press. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And you are pushing in the right direction and doing what you're supposed to do. And I've learned so much from you.
Oh,
Uh,
you gonna make me cry. Stop. Ah,
thank
okay.
thank you for the opportunity and being one of those influential people in my
Thank
life.
you.
Thank you for sitting down with me because Lit Couture about to be lit, y'all.
It is.
If you want your where can they if they want you uh to be a model for their brand, where can they find you at?
So I'm currently on Facebook, Lit Coutures. I'm also on Instagram, Lit Coutures as well. And again, now I'm working on my website, so I just have socials for right now. But yeah, DM me, drop me a comment. Hey, you can find me.
Yeah. And they can still hear us, right? I didn't even realize they can still
Look,
hear us as we not on mute.
oh, we're
But
not. I
I
was
was
just
playing with
laughing.
her. And
Oh,
see, I
so
just wanted to
laughing.
play it while you were talking because look,
So
hey, this is
yeah.
real, man. Liquor tour is not no game.
Yes, oh yeah, I'm on Instagram and
Shout out to Rose's Design Service. That's a
for
cold.
that's a cold logo.
That's a
I'm
cold
telling you,
logo.
if y'all need a logo, you better holler at Ro
Yeah,
from the go.
yeah. Ro is jack of all trades, y'all. Ro,
Rose Design Services.
yeah. Ro made my sister's funeral. She did the programs.
Uh-huh.
It was people ready to die over the programs.
Lord Jesus.
I'm dead serious.
Lord
Somebody
Jesus.
came up to me. I forgot who it was. Somebody really came up to me and was like, Man, if I go right now, can y'all tell her that I want my programs done? What?
You so
What?
ignorant. You so something's wrong with you.
What?
Something's really wrong with you. Something really wrong with that person. I'm like, if I'm gonna go now.
People was ready to check up out of here for a program.
Oh my
But it
God.
was dope. She did.
Yeah, she
Ro
did a
did the.
really good
She
job.
also did the like the presentation, the video presentation
Okay.
for my sister, and part of that, man, is just she was just so good to work with. I'm not surprised that y'all click as friends,
Oh
cause
yeah.
yeah, cause I
Yeah.
mean y'all got that mindset.
Yeah. She
Y'all
is
got that mindset.
she
I ain't
is
ready to
amazing.
die for it, bro.
Yeah, me either.
I ain't ready.
Me either. Me
I
either. I
got
got
some
so much.
things to do.
Yes, you do. Yes,
So,
you do. Yes,
yeah,
we do.
yeah.
But no, it's been she is truly a creative, and she's very, very structured.
She
Very,
is.
very. Like
Is, yeah. Very
one,
much
two,
so.
three. So
Yeah.
let's get with the program or get
Yeah.
played like a slow jam.
My mom chimed in. She said, "I've never seen anything so beautiful." I was proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. We all. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, folks was just bobbing. I mean, I guess what's the prize at a funeral? Crying. Like,
No.
so if people
Oh
start crying,
Lord
that's when you know
Jesus.
she did a good job. Niggas is
Oh
in here
Lord.
just bawling. Just, like, I'm so morbid at times,
I,
and I'm.
I, if I had pearls on, I would just have been clenching them the whole. He didn't prepare me for any of this. It was just like, hey, can you come back? And I'm like, yeah, I
No,
can
but
come
it
back.
was. I love my sister so much, but she just. But I. What I'm trying to say is, I love. Man, I still love her. Man, my
Yeah.
sister was so inspirational. And speaking of which, shout out to my sister, B Brandy. That's my little thing to
Oh.
her. Yeah, she just. And I'm gonna play that. I wanted to play in the beginning. I forgot, but that's just my little thing. And I'm gonna tack on to everything.
Okay.
uh, just because it means something to me. That's B.
Yeah.
That's her flying into our
Oh.
lives and just being a light and her just
Yeah.
that set. What? Let me play it one more time.
Yeah.
Where it was July 25th at 11:55 p.m. because my sister was always the last one from the party. She was talking to everybody. so, so she decided to check out 5 minutes before the day was over.
Oh.
Yeah, 5 minutes before the day was over, 11:55 p.m. My beautiful sister departed this life, and man, what a light to not only me but everybody else. And yeah, yeah, just
Wow.
I had to do that. But we was talking about Ro. Shout out to Ro. Shout
Yeah.
out to you, Tiffany. We are about to wrap it up here because I
Oh.
don't want to keep you too. Oh shoot, we almost went 2 hours.
Did we?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
good stuff though. It's
yeah.
always good. It's always a good conversation. So
Always,
yeah.
always, man. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Yeah, so much. You such a inspiration. You're a beautiful person,
Thank
and thank you
you.
for agreeing to come on here and talk about Lit Couture.
Lick Couture.
Yeah,
Thank you.
again at Lit Couture if they want to
Yep.
find you, if they want you to
You done
get
showed the video like 20
yeah,
times.
it's fine because I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at it one more time while you talk. Cause
Just,
look at you.
I What you
Look,
gonna say look like that? Like
look at you.
look.
Cause
Yeah.
everybody can't pull that off.
Yeah, that
Everybody can't.
that day I will tell you that was like the I'm like, can I just live here forever? And shout out to everybody that came. It was even that was like a big thing. Row had everybody in uniform. They had Team Tiffany shirts on.
I saw it.
So it was just amazing. And that was like, I wish I could have that moment. Like if I could live in that moment. So that's inspiration too. Keep
Yeah.
pushing.
Yeah, keep pushing. You're gonna do it big, man. You gonna make this money
Thank
and you're gonna do it big. And I'm just everybody come on here. I'm just excited to see people
Yeah.
just keep going. You know what I mean? 'Cause I get y'all mid-level folks on here.
Hey y'all.
Right?
But you know what? Let me take a moment to like I'm excited to see where you go.
Thank you.
Right? I'm excited to get on your nerves
Mhm.
and push you beyond your comfort zone because the world is waiting for you.
Thank you.
And it's not just here. Globally, people need to hear your message. So you need to keep going. You need to be consistent. You need to be intentional with what you're doing because you do have something, and it is a platform for people to share their extraordinary stories, where people may look at you and think you're an ordinary person. So truly, continue to take the charge, invest in your craft, and be relentless.
Yeah.
You want to be you starting a show talking about you're kingly. You need to be kingly in the VNO too.
Yeah.
So let's go. You've been on vacation enough. Let's go.
See, this is this right, and I'm humble enough to be like, you right, you're right.
Like before you be like, who you
Yeah,
talking to?
you're right. And I'm gonna do all of that.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's been one, man. This was
I
great. This is
know.
everything I thought it was gonna be.
Thank you.
I'm clipping this up, boy. This gotta be something. This is we didn't draw some gems in this, y'all.
Gems.
Some gems. Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming
for
on.
having me.
Y'all, I got man, it's getting exciting. I have some guests. I'm getting my guest list together again. And it's gonna be some more
Ain't no applause.
ordinary people with extraordinary stories. Oh, where's my applause at?
Jesus. I'm gonna be in the comments. Applause.
I got my man Easy O'Hara coming out. If you
Okay.
don't know Easy O'Hara, boy, check him out. Go and look at some of his music. Easy is just raw. He's a
Yeah.
lyricist.
Yeah. I've seen him
Raw with it.
perform live.
Raw with it. Easy
Yeah.
has music on NBA 2K.
Oh, I
Uh,
didn't know that.
yeah,
Oh
yeah, he
wow.
doing it. He
Wow.
doing it. I got Easy coming. I got my guys from Black Militia Inc. clothing brand.
Okay.
Cole with it. Cole. Ooh, that's what I need to.
Uh,
Yeah. I need to introduce y'all.
please do.
I just ordered a hat from them.
Did you?
Yeah, they do men's clothes. Their clothing is different. I dress different,
Different.
so
Yeah.
their clothes ain't necessarily my style, but I could fit it into my style. But that don't mean they stuff ain't cold with it. It's cold.
Yeah.
They do some. Their designs are so different.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different. Black Militia Inc. I got them coming. I got my homegirl coming back. Gosh, man, why did I draw a blank? Kanisha Moselle.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk about grief. She
Oh
she
wow.
schooled me. She got man, Kanisha's a great. She got a whole community following her.
Oh really?
She hadn't even started her podcast yet, and she got a community uh, s- following her. And she specializes in grief.
Okay.
So I got her
Coming
reached
back
out to
soon.
her, got her coming through. We actually gonna do me. We're gonna talk about me
Oh
and
wow.
my grief and how how it has affected me and kind of break some things down.
Make sure you got
Yeah.
some tissue.
I do. I ain't gonna be on this mug crying.
No, you're
I'm not, cause I'm not. I don't know. I just she gonna come in and holler at us like, who else I got coming through, man? Y'all look out for man. I got Davucci coming on. I got
okay.
Davucci, the hook king of Chicago. I
Okay.
got Ink Dog coming through here
Okay.
soon. Hopefully Soraya. I got to reach out to her, but there's a
Yep.
host of other people that have been trying to get on, and I just kind of took that break because I didn't.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Now
So,
you
but they
back.
coming. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. But they coming. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning
Thank
in
you.
to
Thank
the
you. Thank you. I
VNO.
appreciate you.
Yes, y'all listen to what this woman had to say. Go back and watch it. Share, like,
Please.
subscribe to the
Please.
YouTube.
Yes.
Subscribe to that YouTube. Share it.
This one right here.
Straight up, man. I'm sick of y'all now.
You know what? You got to give them something to share.
You know what you know. We are ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
But have you ever thought, what if this is all just a dream? And we're just waiting in line to wake up? And most people think I'm insane. Once you realize that all the shit you used to care so much about just keeps you a prisoner of your own mind.